Well, good morning, everyone. I said good morning, everyone. Oh, much better, much better. Well, thank you for joining us here in person, and then we also have a whole group on Zoom. So let's let everyone on Zoom hear how excited we are to be here today and how honored we are to have our special VIPs, all the veterans and active duty. So let's hear it. My name is Bobby Striegel. I'm the President and CEO for the Corona Chamber of Commerce, and it is indeed a pleasure and an honor that I don't take lightly, but to MC this special day, because we owe so much to these American heroes, these people that fought to protect our freedoms. Let's give it up one more time for our veterans and active duty. I hope that you've had a chance to meet some of the folks here today. We do have some door prizes, and if you haven't dropped off your business card yet, please go over to the registration and do that. If you don't have a business card, we've got a solution for that as well. We've got a little card that looks like a business card, and you just put your name on it, your phone number, and drop it in there, and you can maybe win a door prize. We are very social here at the Chamber, and we have a hashtag Corona Chamber. We would like you to use that throughout today, so as you're posting pictures now and or later, please be sure and hashtag Corona Chamber. If you're coming up here as one of the ones that are going to speak and you want someone to take a picture with your cell phone, make sure that they do, and then later on, hashtag Corona Chamber. We have a tremendous amount of special guests here. In fact, each and every one of you are special guests. And we'll be introducing a lot of people in just a very short time. But what I'd like to do right now is just offer some words before we bring the colors up. I would like to have a moment of recognition for those men and women who are protecting our nation and providing our freedoms. To our veterans, thank you for your service. To the law enforcement men and women, to our firefighters, to our first responders, and to all frontline workers. We so appreciate you, we respect you, we honor you. And may you always return home safely and healthy. And you'll notice this flag that's up here next to the American flag, that's the POW-MIA. This is to honor all the men and women who have not yet returned to our nation. Missing in action, prisoners of war, to those brave men and women, you are not forgotten. We pray for your safe return. Please join me in a moment of silence to honor and pay respect to the POW and MIA. Thank you. At this time, I'd like to ask if we have any active duty personnel, anyone in the military that's active duty, if you could please stand and stay standing, we'd like to acknowledge you. Thank you so much. Let's give him a round of applause. Please stay standing. How about all the veterans? If you're able to stand, could you please stand and stay standing? Any Gold Star and Blue Star mom and dads and families, please stand. Any families of veterans, please stand. If your husband or wife are in the military, or your son or daughter is in the military, mother or father, please stand. If you know a veteran, we'd like you to stand. And if you're currently sitting and you're able to stand, please stand as we present the colors. We will be doing that momentarily with the American Legion, Joe Dominguez, Post 742. The Honor Guard will present our colors, followed by the Pledge of Allegiance from the Corona Police Chief, George Johnstone. After the pledge, please remain standing as Vietnam veteran Johnny Griffiths will sing our national anthem. Ladies and gentlemen, please pay attention to the colors being presented by Post 742. Gentlemen. This time we'd like to have the Pledge of Allegiance led by Corona Police Chief George Johnstone. Let's give him a round of applause.
Please right hand over your heart. Ready, begin. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, indivisible, with liberty and justice.
And if we could welcome Johnny up to the stage. Johnny Griffiths, Vietnam vet.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, blue broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fights? For the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof to the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Thank you so much. You may all be seated. I'd like to turn the microphone over to George Johnson, our police chief, and he's got a couple of things to share, and then he's going to introduce someone.
Thank you, Bobby. Thank you also to the Chamber for honoring the men and women who ensure our freedom in the past, the present, and future. When we take care of those that take care of us, we truly speak volumes of what is important to our community. One of the things that Bobby invited me to the stage for is, unfortunately, I'm announcing my retirement effective Christmas Day, but it comes with a great opportunity for our community, and that opportunity is for Captain Robert Newman, Bob Newman, to lead our department. Bob's a 25-year veteran of our department. He is also in charge of our field services division, the largest division in our department, and has been just truly a inspiration for me as a leader in our department. His community involvement with the Y, and also his future involvement in the chamber. One other note on our veterans. Our veterans that serve our community in our police department are extremely important to us. So to recognize that, we've authorized ribbons, which were supposed to be worn on Veterans Day and into the future, identifying which service branch that they served in prior to becoming a police officer for Corona. Unfortunately, the company delivered the wrong ribbons, so you'll be seeing those in the near future. And what that is to let our community know where those men and women have served and to build a relationship with our veterans in our community also. So look forward to seeing that. I'm going to invite Bob up for 30 seconds to introduce himself. Thank you for your support. I want you to know I am a better person for having been involved with the Corona Chamber of Commerce and for having the ability to share this leadership experience. Thank you.
Thank you, Chief, and thank you, Bobby, for inviting us here today. And most importantly, I want to say thank you to the veterans and those who serve. We want to continue that outreach in that community, and obviously veterans are a great component of our police force. We have many military, retired, or current reservists that are working with us now, and they're a valuable part of our team. So thank you all for that, what you've done for our country and for our freedom. Just to tell you a little bit about myself, and actually before I do that, I want to say thank you to Chief Johnstone on behalf of not only myself and the mentoring he's provided me, and the leadership of our department. But on behalf of our department, he's established a great path forward for us, brought in some good insight, great insight from La Habra, where he came from. And I promise him and our community that I will continue that path forward for as long as they allow me to do that. I grew up in Corona. My family and I moved here when I was 3 in 1975. Grew up right up the street, Pinecrest, and stayed there for most of my life until I met my wife and we moved out to South Corona. That was, I'm pretty much raised, considered Corona to be my hometown since 3 years old. Have a lot of family member friends, and I'm entrenched in this community. Went through St. Edward's, Notre Dame High School in Riverside, and this is where I've laid my roots, and believe that our community is the best part of our police department, and really in our area. We can't ask for anything more. So thank you. 25 years of service that I've given you and given our community, and I plan on giving many more. Plan on finishing my career here and look forward to that opportunity. So thank you very much.
Also, you may notice that we are wearing beards. Bob's giving his best effort in this. It is No Shave November. If you would like to contribute to the No Shave cause, you can find us at noshave.com, noshave.org, /Corona PD. So thank you for that, and it does benefit many cancer foundations.
One last thing, I'll just tell.
Go ahead, Jim. So Jim, photographer at his wedding, so that's very good. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. You've got a lot of things in common with our chairman of the board, as well as me. We both moved here when we were 3. So Corona's a great place to be. Welcome, Chief. Thank you. And Chief Johnstone, thank you, and God bless you. And what a great Christmas gift for you. So that's awesome. Awesome. Well, today we're honored to host this program, honoring all veterans and those who are currently serving. As I stated before, we have many VIPs that are here. I'm going to go through the elected officials, and then I'm going to go ahead and introduce some other people, but our special VIPs will ask you to stand in a couple of minutes as well. So the ones that I'm going to introduce right now that are here, I would like to have them stand. Please give your applause and recognition for them. Serving as County Supervisor for the County of Riverside, the 2nd District, Karen Spiegel. Representing the Corona City Council, Yolanda Carrillo. Did I miss any other of the elected officials? Okay. The board members for the Corona Chamber of Commerce. These are the people that decided that they would support this idea to go ahead and have this event here. So if you're serving on the board of directors for the chamber, please stand. Let's give them some love and appreciation. And to our special VIPs at this point in time, the men and women who have served our nation, wearing a uniform, all active duty, all veterans, please stand. So that applause is really, really weak. Let's give these guys some love, these men and women that have served. And I want to acknowledge that Brookdale has a van over here with 3 veterans inside their van. We're going to come over and visit them in just a minute, but God bless them too. Thank you all so much. You are our special VIPs today. You may sit down now. You'll notice that we have a lot of sponsors. You'll see it on the program booklet that was handed out, as well on our screens. We've been displaying the businesses that have helped make today possible. I thought I saw him here earlier, and I don't know where Tom went to. Is Tom Coelho still here? Tom, he's inside? Okay, we'll get him. He's the owner of the IHOP here. We had a crazy idea to put this up a couple of months ago for our Cars and Coffee program, and then we decided we'd have our Good Morning Corona breakfasts here. And the service from these guys are unbelievable. Are you guys, did you get your breakfast? Did everyone get served yet? No, not yet? Okay, so they'll get on over to this side. You should have sat on this side, I guess. But when Tom gets out here, Antonio, can you get Tom? Okay, thank you. So we have a pretty packed agenda today. We'll get an update from our chairman of the board, Don Williamson. We'll have sponsor presentations. We have two major sponsors, Altura Credit Union, as well as the Corona Chamber Foundation. We'll be sharing a little bit about a special grant that the fire department, the association got. We are going to have our member recognition. We're going to do some chats with the audience, some of our veterans. We'll do our salute. And of course, we have the announcements and the door prizes. I did want to acknowledge the door prizes. They've got a special door prize over there, but Altura Credit Union was kind enough to do these beautiful flowers on many of the tables. When we first set this up, we told them, we gave them like 2 extra table counts. And then all of you guys decided to do the typical Corona, California, last minute reservations. And so we added more tables and we have some other centerpieces. Those are not being given away. The ones with the flowers are, and the veterans can kind of fight over which one gets them. But the other arrangements that are in a glass cylinder that are red, white, and blue, we're borrowing those for an event that it happens tomorrow night. So we don't want you to take those, okay? So I'd like for you guys just to acknowledge Tom. Come on up here. This is Tom Quello. Tom is the owner of this IHOP here, and he goes way out of the way to make this happen. So, Tom.
I want to welcome everybody, and again, thank Bobby for the opportunity to host this today. I told Bobby I thought the Marine Corps flag was in the wrong place. My father was in the Marine Corps for 30 years. He'd have it as close to the American flag as he could get it. So we appreciate all the veterans. I want to also recognize my crew that are all here today. We've had the same group of employees for almost 6 years, so we got a super group. We appreciate you. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Tom. So what I will be doing is I'm going to be talking quite a bit and sharing some things, and I'm going to let you know who's on deck. So if you're one of the people that are coming up, you'll hear your name and you'll know that you're on deck. So we want you to come on up and stand over here. So for example, what I'm going to do is I'm going to say, Don Williamson, you're on deck. So Don should get up, walk on over here and be ready. Our special guests are our veterans, our active duty, the reservist servicemen and women. And we thank you again for your service. Today, it is all about you. What I'd like to do right now is recognize to play a video first, and then have Don share a couple of words about this theme of Make History. Please watch the monitors.
I would like you to know that I believe that if our flag could speak, these are the words that it would say. Ladies and gentlemen, I now present Old Glory. I am the flag of the United States of America. My name is Old Glory. I fly atop the world's tallest buildings, and I stand watch in America's halls of justice. I fly majestically across the great institutions of learning, and I stand guard with the greatest military power in the world. Look up and see me. I stand for peace, truth, honor, and justice. I stand for freedom. I am confident. I am brave. I am proud, and I am ready. When I am flown with my fellow banners, my head is held a little higher. My arms a little truer. Except for my God, I bow to no one. I am recognized all over the world. I am sovereign. I am saluted. I am respected. I am honored. I am loved. And yet I am feared. I have fought in every battle of every war for more than 200 years. Some of these battles include Gettysburg, Shiloh, Appomattox, San Juan Hill, the churches of France, the Aragon Forest, Anzio, Rome, the beaches of Normandy, Guam, Okinawa, Korea, Quezon, Saigon, Vietnam, Afghanistan, Iraq, Kuwait, Syria, and scores of other places long forgotten by all, except those that were there with me. I know because I was there. I led my special operations forces in the quiet of the night and in the tip of the spear. I saw them fight fearlessly throughout the globe every day of the year. I watched over them of Desert One, and they still love me. I was a small deal in Iwo Jima. I was dirty, battle-worn, tired. My soldiers and my sailors, my airmen, my coast guards, my Marines, they all cheered me, and I was so very proud. I was at Ground Zero in New York City on September the 11th as cowardly fanatics attacked America. I was raised from the ashes of once proud buildings by brave firefighters. These were heroes who risked their lives to save others, showing all that America, although bloody, will never be beaten because those who destroy me cannot win. For I am the symbol of freedom, of one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. I have been soiled, I've been burned, I've been torn, and I have been trampled on in the streets of my own country. And when it is done by those whom I have served with in battle, it hurts. But hear me today when I say, I will overcome because I am strong. I have slipped the shooting arms of earth, and from my vantage point on the moon, I stand watch over the uncharted new frontiers of space. And I have been that silent witness to all of America's finest hours. But my finest hour comes when my stripes are torn into strips to be used as bandages to cover the wounds of my fellow comrades on the field of battle. Also, when I fly half-mast, to honor my soldiers and my sailors, my airmen, my coast guardsmen, my Marines. But most importantly, when I'm placed into the trembling arms of the grieving brothers at the gravesite, only son, only daughter, I am so very proud. My name is Old Glory. Long may I wave, dear God. Long may I wave.
It's a tribute to all of you veterans and to all of you Americans. God bless you all. Please welcome our chairman of the board, John Williams.
So Greasy up here, he plays that. I'm up here choking up and not getting my. First off, I just want to welcome all the veterans for being here. We appreciate you coming and honoring us with your presence. None of us would be here doing anything if it wasn't for veterans from 1776 till today. I mean, that is why we are where we are and what we are. For those of you not as familiar with the chamber, I'm chairman of the board this year. You get to be chairman of the board for a year at a time. And when you're to be chairman of the board, you get to pick a theme for that year. And my theme is make history. If you look at your table, everybody should have a coin that has make history on it. And the reason I picked make history is that, history's going to happen. It's going to happen. It's good and it's bad. You can judge for yourself what 2020 is. But if you can make history, you're controlling your own destiny. You're making history that's good for you. And as business people, we are in the Chamber of Commerce. You want to make your own history. You want to control your own destiny. And that is why we selected Make History. Plus, I'm here representing my organization, the Corona History Association. So I'm kind of a local historian as well. So anyway, that's what happened. Little did we know that 2020 was going to be a horribly memorable year and making a history that we didn't expect. But I'll tell you what, we have done at the Chamber of Commerce far beyond what anybody could possibly have expected. Our president and CEO, Bobby Chamberlain, let me tell you what, this guy is incredible. If there's a real life George Bailey, it's Bobby Spiegel. This dude is beloved. And I am so grateful for his friendship. I'm grateful he stayed in our hometown. I'm grateful that he's running the Chamber of Commerce. And when he retires, good luck replacing this guy. I mean, none of us are dispensable, but he's going to be hard to replace. And I just want to thank our staff, too, for putting on this event. You know, we're working under trying conditions, trying to get everything organized. And especially today, I'd like to thank Stephanie Shapiro. She has just done a fabulous job. Stephanie has really stepped up to the plate this year and just carried this Chamber of Commerce through our events and through these troubling times. And again, in closing, I just want to again thank the veterans. You know, sometimes I get the feeling that veterans, well, I just served in Mississippi, or I did. You know what? You're in the armed forces of the United States. You're ready and willing to go. And that speaks volumes. Not everybody gets to be, not everybody has to go sacrifice their lives, or like Johnny, who's saying our national anthem. Johnny almost died in Vietnam. And I'll tell you what, when you guys come up and give your names and your rank and your service branch, it chokes me up. You're the face of patriotism to me. And I just want to thank you personally and on behalf of the business community as well. So everyone, please enjoy our Good Morning Corona. Thank you all for coming here today. And this is the last one of our year, so this will be the last time I'll be chairman of one. So we'll probably never hear me talk again. Thank you very much.
So on deck, what we're going to do is introduce our main sponsor, Altura Credit Union, with a video in just a moment. And then after that, we're going to, I'm going to share a little bit about the Corona Fire. And then we're going to bring up the new members. So Altura Credit Union is headquartered in Riverside, California. The IE, or the Inland Empire, is not just a profit sector or region. It is home for Altura. Altura's board members are local leaders who volunteer their time and are deeply committed to the community. Altura continuously invests into the community to provide more convenience to their members and branches, with the branches and the ATMs. Their staff is impeccable. They live and breathe customer service. They work to ensure a warm and positive experience for every member every time. Altura continually supports various community programs and nonprofits. Today, they have provided the beautiful flower centerpieces. Again, those will be the ones that you veterans can fight over. They are tremendous givers. They gave you samples of things. They gave you a little cup and then an emergency device as well. Altura is currently celebrating 63 years of service. Please watch these videos that they have prepared, especially for us, especially for today. Please roll video 3.
Good morning, Corona. This is Altura Credit Union's 4th year sponsoring the Veterans Breakfast put on by the Corona Chamber of Commerce. I'm always so excited to attend this event, and I'm honored to be here, even if it is virtually. Altura Credit Union was founded 63 years ago with a focus on safety, convenience, and providing access to financial services to our local communities in Riverside County. This still remains fundamental today. Our mission statement is to enrich lives and empower dreams. We believe we're so much more than simply a financial institution providing financial services. Our members are the reason we exist. They're our owners, and we create products and services that add value and that make their lives easier, so they can get back to focusing what really matters, living their lives and pursuing their dreams. For our members present today, thank you for your membership. We understand at Altura that you have many options for financial services and are honored that you choose us every day. You make everything we do in our local communities possible. We also have a history serving the military. We appreciate the service and the sacrifice of all of our veterans. Thank you so much. We're also proud to have local heroes as members, and last year we're lucky enough to have Johnny Griffiths share his inspiring story on a video. This year, we're lucky enough to have another amazing member, Larry Hernandez, who's willing to share his story, which is coming up. Thank you and enjoy your breakfast.
My name is Master Sergeant Larry J. Hernandez. I've been with the United States Army for 21 years, 7 months. I'm retired. I live in Corona, California, and I've been with Altura since 1989. February of 72, I joined the military. Both basic and my infantry training were at Fort Ord, California. From there, given orders, and I went to Fort Benning, Georgia, to go to jump school. Earned my wings there. I was home on leave, and then something bad happened. One of my best friends that I grew up with was stationed with 3rd Cavalry up in Fort Lewis, Washington. He was on an ammo detail with 2 other guys and a lieutenant. They went to the ammo dump. The lieutenant got out of the vehicle with his driver. Meanwhile, my buddy and his friend, they decided to mess around with a 45, and it was loaded. The gun went off, and he took one in the chest, and he died. His dad asked the commander, he said, he grew up with my son. He's in the military. I want him to be one of the pallbearers. So along with my other friends, we buried him. I have a yellow scarf that we wore that day with his unit patch on. That was the first time I ever lost anybody. God, I was a kid, and so was he. I took an oath, and I'm glad to say that I've never, ever broken that oath. It means a lot to me. I never wanted to be the weakling. I always wanted to be the guy that you count on. Being here at the American Legion, I'd like to be that guy too. I was taught to lead by example, and that's what I love about Artura. I can count on them. They're not special forces. They're not American Legion, but they're veteran oriented, and I've learned that they can be trusted.
Could I have Larry stand up? Larry, wave to everyone. Let's give him a round of applause. And Larry, I just want you to know this table right here is Altura Credit Union. These are the sponsors today in getting back this job. Show some love for Altura Credit Union. I'd like to make sure that all the new members are on deck as they go over there and line up with Robert over there. So today I wanted to just share a little bit about Corona Fire Association and the partnership that the Chamber was able to have a little part with. They received a grant from a company that's coming into town that's going to do some major infrastructure. It's called Verizon Wireless. I think you may have heard of them. They're going to put in a lot of new cell towers and some infrastructure that will allow better connections and a lot better service for those people that are on Verizon. One of the things that they have as a company profile is to get involved and do something in the community. So working with Jesse Ramirez, who actually is a member of ours that made the call, Jimmy, we talked and we figured out the best thing to do is just give them a list of different people to look at. And they went ahead and selected the Firefighters Association for our Corona Fire. They've been given a $5,000 grant. It is to help children with cancer, as well as to help any firefighters that are suffering some illnesses due to their job-related opportunities there. So let's give a round of applause to Verizon as well as Corona Firefighters Association. Great partnership there. So the Corona Chamber is a membership-based organization. We would not be anything without our members, like with all of you. All of you are very, very important to us. Today, we're going to take the opportunity to introduce our new members. These are new members that joined in the month of October all the way up until this week. And what I'd like to do is introduce to you Robert Yanez, who is our membership development director, and he is in charge of this to take care of bringing on and onboarding all of our new members. Give a round of applause to Robert Yanez.
Thank you, Bobby, and thank you to our veterans and active military. And I just want to announce our new members. I want to announce our new members for the month of October and November. First member is BEK Impact Corp. Thank you very much. Let's give them a round of applause, please. Corona Slate Company.
Hello, my name is Tiana DeLeo. I am Secretary Treasurer of Corona Slate Company. We have been providing raw materials like Angel Mix and DG and sand to stadiums like Angel Stadium, schools, parks, military bases, and football fields like the UCLA Bruins. We're now starting a trash service, so if you need competitive prices on dumpsters or hauling fees, you can go ahead and call me or Rose in the office, and we will help you out. Thank you.
Current Enterprises Inc. Give them a round of applause. Neuro Life Sciences.
Hello everyone here. Good morning. My name is Videsh Warner. I run Hero Life Sciences. We are the manufacturers of PPE products, face masks, that you can see on the table. Proud to be here. It's a lovely place. Great support to us. So, any PPE products, let us know. You have our information on the back. Thank you.
These are made right here in Corona, California, so that's pretty awesome. Robert?
Iowa Tonic Corp. Give them a round of applause, please. Park.
Good morning, Chamber. Hi, how are you? I'm Latria Lesser. I'm with OPARC. OPARC is an amazing organization that's in our community. We service from here all the way to San Bernardino. Our mission statement is to support, employ, and transfer the lives of our clients, which are individuals who are all cognitively and developmentally disabled. So we're so happy to be members of the chamber, so happy to just be in the community. So thank you. And we've been in existence for about 70 years now. So we serve greatly, and we look forward to having a greater impact in Corona. Thank you.
Other people-centered insurance solutions.
Hey everybody, good morning. My name is Louis. I'm the owner of OPC Insurance Solutions. That's Other People Centered Insurance Solutions. What we do is we have a strategic approach to everybody's insurance needs. We don't just go out there with the cookie cutter approach. So we really take the time to listen and understand what it is you need for you and your family. And we just take you along the ride, and hopefully we're able to do everything that we can for you and to make sure you're safe, especially with coronavirus and everything. So yeah, that's it, guys. Thank you all for being here. And rock, reward.
Thank you for your service.
Quantum K team.
Hi, my name is Ray Rocho, and I'd like to thank you I'd like to thank the chamber for having this great function. But most importantly, we want to thank all you veterans. This is for you guys. We are with Quantum Team, and what we do is we bring alkaline water to society. We help people get rid of inflammation and all the problems that we have with internally. And in doing so, we'd like to help all the veterans as well as the chamber. This is my associate, Mary Helen.
Good morning, everybody. Once again, we're here to share this to reduce the free radicals that we did today. And again, for our health, especially the people. Thank you very much.
So they're going to be right behind the video there. So afterwards, go get the photo there. Robert.
Rockmont team.
Hi, good morning. My name is Jeff Talantis. I'm a member of Rafa Tea. We're a boba tea house. We're here to bring Corona delicious drinks using high quality ingredients. And our boba is always fresh. We're located in right off the 15 on the corner of Magnolia and Rimpa. And we're family owned and operated. Small business.
So they're right next to Crumbles Cookies.
Stars above belief.
Good morning, everybody. I hope everybody had a great breakfast and enjoying. Thank you to the veterans. My husband is also a veteran from the Navy. He was gonna be here today, but he had to take care of a little one. So, I own Stars Above Balloons. We're out here, helping support as much as we can the community and other businesses as well. So not only do we do balloons for birthday parties, we also do balloons for special events. And with the coronavirus, we had to steer away from big venues. So now we are doing birthday parades, wedding parades. So with that being said, for business owners, you could definitely do something to bring attention to your business. And also, I am so grateful to be here. Thank you.
Thank you, TJ. When I first heard that, I forgot to announce. They have 30 seconds to share it, and then TJ will kindly prevent him.
W.H. Jameson Jr., American Legion Post 216.
Hey, this is one of our posts here. Let's give a round of applause.
Hi, good morning. We are the Jameson Post. We're located on Main Street. We're the second post within the city of Corona. We're brother with our westerly post, the 742. I do have 30 seconds, and I wanted to make a quick presentation if I can. Just 30 seconds. Fair enough. We honor the veterans. We provide services for veterans. We do everything in our power to make the veterans feel like they're back home and they're welcome and that they're loved. And it's very important to us that we accomplish that goal. We've been established in the city. Our building was built in 1929. So we've been here a long time, but I must say, as far as my history research has proven, this is the first time we've been really involved with the Chamber of Commerce. We're very proud to be a member. Woo! While I'm up here, I do want to make a presentation. Well, it's probably easier. Well, let me start up with the beginning. This morning at 6:15, I got a note from our adjutant, Glenn Roosevelt, that he was not feeling well, that he's got his allergies are acting up, and he felt better, and he just didn't come to the big crowd. So since 6:15 this morning, I've gotten a little speech from him here, so I'm going to pretty much read it instead of speaking. It was actually awarded on 6th July of 2020, and it's a Memorial Day thank you. W.H. Jameson Jr., American Legion Post 216 hereby extends our thanks and great respect to Bobby and Karen Spiegel and their family for their patriotic and respectful actions over the Memorial Day weekend at Riverside National Cemetery. Due to the restrictions from the health advisory regarding COVID-19 pandemic, the VA issued a press release stating, while the department cannot hold large public ceremonies, the VA will still honor veterans and service members with solemn dignity and respect that they have earned through their service and sacrifice. The public gathering guidelines also cause the VA to advise other public events typically associated with Memorial Day at national cemeteries, including placement of flags at the grave sites, will not take place. On Sunday, May 24th, Bobby and Karen and the family members, acting with public group size guidelines, respectfully placed 1,500 flags on the graves of veterans in Section 54A at Riverside National Cemetery. This unselfish act thereby conformed to the VA guidelines to honor and service members to honor veterans and service members with solemn dignity and respect that they have earned through their service and sacrifice. On behalf of the veterans community of Corona and Riverside County, we thank you for your empathetic show of respect for our veterans and for your ongoing support of the veterans communities.
Acknowledge
two very special folks that came out with us very early morning, and Shelley and Jim Ward. Thank you for your help and your support. And we thought it out, decided earlier to go against and make sure to go against the grain. We would have invited everybody, but we just wanted to make sure we made a point that we owe that tribute. Each and every one of us that's here today needs to continue to show support, because every life that's there served us, directly or indirectly, that gives us the freedoms to be here, to celebrate here today, to continue our lives, and the freedoms that we have often take for granted. We will continue that no matter what happens. And thank you, Shelley and Jim, for helping us get it done. This is my grandson and my daughter. We have several other family members over there, but it was a family affair.
Thank you so much to the Jameson Post. Really, really appreciate it. Thank you.
Yay!
Thank you so much, Robert. And thank you, the American Legion Post 216. Corona Chamber Foundation, you are on deck. Next, I'd like to move into the anniversary recognitions. These are members that for their lifetime have been just involved with our chamber. Members who continually to serve us and work hand in hand with our board of directors. The longevity of these members show their dedication to our mission. They are our champions for a stronger community. We're grateful to have such a great business partnership. Even if they are not here today, we will announce their names. And the various following elected officials have provided citations for them. Congressman Ken Calvert, Senator Richard Roth, Assembly Member Sabrina Cervantes, Riverside County Supervisor Karen Spiegel, Corona Mayor Jim Steiner, and the Corona Chamber of Commerce. As we call them up one at a time, each of them have a minute that they get to share, and we will acknowledge them at this point in time. For a 5-year membership, attending virtually is the City of Hope. And the City of Hope is broken ground, and if you're driving on 6th Street, you see that brand new large building being constructed. That is going to be their facility, and we are so grateful that they've invested into Corona. Another 5-year member is Kelly Law. Sean is not able to be here this morning, but we so thank him for his 5 years. Let's give a round of applause for 5 years. For 15 years, we have Rexco Real Estate Development. 15 years ago, when they started with us, they were a very small development company. Today, they're throughout inland Southern California. Excellent, excellent opportunity for them to expand, and they love being here in the Corona area. 16-year membership, DFI, DiGirolamo Family Insurance.
Wow, okay, thank you. I am very touched. I don't, gosh, man, DFI's been around since 1982. I am an old man. I am old. So I really want to thank everybody that served us in my law enforcement. I love you guys. I really truly love you. And DFI is a full service agency. DiGirolamo Family Insurance. I'm Frank DiGirolamo. Friend JP. We work together, right, JP? He's a commercial, and we've got personal lines. I know a lot of you, and I love a lot of you, and others I don't know at all. But I appreciate you. And I don't really have much more. We really are family at DFI. I was the best man at 2 of the girls in the office's wedding, so that's how close we are.
We hang out, we do things. JP's actually gonna move next door to me. So I'm excited about that. He's gonna see me more now. So that's pretty cool. And I got two brothers that we work together, and I got two nephews. And then I got a bunch of other great people. So thank you. Appreciate it.
We want to say thank you for everything you do for us too.
Robbie, you're awesome. You're awesome, bro.
Next, we would like to recognize for 20 years, the Corona Norco Settlement House.
Hi, good morning, everybody. Thank you. My name is Mark Allard. I'm on the board at Corona Norco Settlement House. Sally Carlson really should be here. So, yeah, let's give some love for Sally there. Her face, the heart, the spirit of Settlement House. So she called me yesterday and asked if I could be here in her stead and receive these accolades. And I do so very humbly and with a lot of thanks to the community. 108 years ago, Settlement House started its mission. We gathered together and we recognized that there were people in our community that were being left out, that were on the fringes, that needed a little extra help. And we established our efforts and institutionalized them. And with your generosity, pulled together a lot of funding, and we've had some highs and we've had some really deep lows. And this year, you've come together and supported us. Very tremendously, and with a lot of thanks, I offer humbly receive these, and also I just say a word. Many of the folks that we have been able to service with food or rental assistance or housing transitional assistance, to help people get there, have been veterans, and it's an honor and a privilege and a duty of ours to do that, but it is also a shame. And I would just, as all of us carry that, look for the veterans, how we might love them. So there's the music, pick up the hook. Thanks again very much, Settlement House.
Also, the 20-year member is K&A Engineering, and I don't believe that they're able to join us today, but let's give them a round of applause as well. And the next gentleman I'm going to introduce is a 35-year member. He is a tremendous giver. He created a foreign exchange program and from his native country with students. One year they'd come over here, and another year some of the American students would go over there. He is the owner of MCA Clay Roof Tile. Please welcome Yoshi Suzuki, 35-year member.
Thank you very much, and good morning, and I very appreciate inviting me today. We moved in 1985, and that time it was Highway 15 wasn't complete, and intersection wasn't finished yet, and we had a lot of orange grove in South Corona. Now you can see any orange grove in South Corona, and the Chairman Don has visited us this year. And he is trying to prevent history, and we do a lot of historical roof tile making. And this year we finished Greek Theater in Los Angeles, and we do a Mission Inn for the historical tile. So only the few company making a historical tile in the United States. Only 3 companies left, and only 2 companies making state California. Anyways, we very appreciate it, and we enjoy the Corona community very much, and we just became 35 years. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you so much. This is tremendous with all of our seasoned members. I'd like to at this time turn the microphone over to our Corona Chamber Foundation, who is our other large sponsor for today's event. Since the revitalization of the Chamber Foundation, hundreds of thousands of dollars have been raised for individuals and families in need of our community. They are involved in the community in many ways, every week right here. Every Saturday, we do a Cars and Coffee event, and the foundation has smiling faces, and they're serving the coffee and sometimes donuts and stuff, but there's cars parked here. It's a free event. We'd love you to come on over and support that. Annually, the Memorial Mile March, which is in May, and new this year was supporting the flag, the Frontline Appreciation Group, where the meals were delivered to frontline heroes and much, much more. Please welcome the president of the Corona Chamber Foundation, Dean Safe, and some of his other members.
Good morning. Thank you, Bobby. And the board members who are present today, we had a few who had to leave. We have Linda White and Ann St. Germain. Like Bobby said, we are volunteers and we serve the community. Corona Chamber Foundation is the nonprofit arm of the Corona Chamber. But before I get into that, and Don Williamson, yeah, first of all, thank you to our veterans. You know, I'm an immigrant to this nation, and I love and cherish the new country. And I'm always amazed at, you know, how much we honor our veterans. But over the years, I've learned we don't honor them enough, especially when Johnny Griffith was talking about his past a few months ago. Was it last year? It's just gone so quick. You know, I couldn't even say a word. I had tears in my eyes at his sacrifice and what the veterans have done. And we owe the greatness of this nation to our veterans. Thank you. Corona Chamber Foundation is a 501c3 nonprofit operation serving our community. We promote and support educational activities within the community and provide support to communities active duty, military and veterans. And we also support and offer assistance to individuals and families faced with economic hardship. Some of the examples that I have, obviously over the years, we've raised thousands of dollars, and all of that money has gone to help our community. We host, in fact, we had one scheduled for this year, a Memorial Mile March that starts at the Corona and City Park and goes all the way to the old Civic Center, but we had to cancel it for reasons that you know. And we also, about 5 years ago, there was a vision to do a Cars and Coffee like it's done in other areas. And we were fortunate to get a group together. Don Williamson started it with Randy and Craig Strom from our Rotary Club, and they started this Cars and Coffee. It's taken off. It's here tomorrow morning from about 6:30 to 9 o'clock. And I just wanted to again thank Tom from IHOP, who provides the coffee and the you know the condiments and so on, and just provides this space for us to hold Cars and Coffee. It raises funds for us to use for our activities. This year, also due to COVID, we started a program that Mary Barnett had come up with. It was called FLAG, and we were able to do some fundraising and provide meals to healthcare workers and frontline folks, police department, fire department, and ambulance companies. And we did that for weeks and weeks and weeks, and it was just an awesome event. Really thanking our frontline folks who just you know just sacrificed their health and self in this unknown condition. And also ELR Project, the Executive Leadership Roundtable at the Chamber, partnered with Corona Chamber Foundation and their project this year was to raise funds to renovate and make the facilities at Corona at March Air Reserve Base, the kitchen area, so that when reserves are deployed, they get a full meal, they get you know, catered better, taken care of better, provide Wi-Fi so that they can send pictures and text to their families and so on. I've visited that facility and they have nothing. They every food that's served is cold. It's a peanut butter jelly sandwich, and we just wanted to serve these reserves much better than they are right now. And the ELR group, 2020 ELR group, was able to raise about $50,000 worth of funds. And they did a barbecue meal a few weeks ago that raised another $50,000. So it's been really, really great to have the community involved in this activity. So again, I just want to thank Bobby, the chamber, and our veterans. Thank you for your sacrifice. Thank you for your service. We appreciate you, and you don't know it.
Thank you so much to the Chamber Foundation for their sponsorship. And again, if you could look at all the different sponsors, fortunately for all of us, we're not going to call them all up here to talk. Okay, but they're all listed on there. I'd like to at this time have Don and John Wygant. John Wygant is a past chairman of the board, and Don Williamson will be up here in just a second, but we'll go ahead and start rolling on some announcements, and then we're going to do the acknowledgement and recognition for the veterans. We're going to walk into the crowd. We're going to get a couple of you to share some things, but please listen to John real quick.
All right. So I'll start. Here's Connie jumping up here right now. Well, Bobby did a great job emceeing, hasn't he? Let's hear for Bobby. Hey, we're getting to the main event in just a second. We're going to do a couple of announcements. Then Bobby is, we're going to hear from our veterans. So, ready, Donnie?
I'm ready. Every Wednesday at 10 o'clock, we have a conference call, a Zoom meeting, where we give a lot of announcements and information about the business community. It's really an invaluable tool. We keep you posted on what's going on in the legislature, what's going on with COVID, at every level, federal, state, local, county. It's really something that hopefully everyone will join in on. We have a real good following, and if you can't make it, go to our YouTube channel. You can watch our calls and hear the information that's provided. In fact, if you watch the one that we had day before yesterday, it's about Corona 2025 and the plans that are being developed in conjunction with the city of Corona and the business community as we move forward, make plans for the years ahead. This is exactly what this Chamber of Commerce is all about, making Corona the best it can be as a place to live, work, and shop, and really get on our, like I said, get on our YouTube page of Corona Chamber of Commerce. This Wednesday, we're going to have Mark Uffer. He's the CEO for the Corona Regional Medical Center. He's going to discuss coping with COVID. The meetings are free. All you have to do is register at mychamber.org, and you can get the Zoom link. And again, it's every Wednesday at 10 a.m. Hope you're on the call, like Andy Anderson every week.
There you go. All right, we're giving away free masks through the Riverside County, provided Riverside County for businesses. You can pick them up over at the table right over here when you're all done. So make sure you stop by and grab some masks.
Another great program we have every month, and we do this as a partnership with the City of Corona, is Coffee with an Entrepreneur. Dean Safe, who you just saw up here, he did our last one this past Wednesday. It was wonderful. He's a very unique individual with a unique experience on his road to success. Our next meeting will have the privilege of hearing Chantel Blash. She's a Medicare broker and entrepreneur, and she also has a really interesting story. And please don't miss this free virtual event. Again, it's a Zoom call, and you need to register, just like you pretty much have to do for everything, at mychamber.org. Coffee with an Entrepreneur again. It'll be on December the 14th.
Okay, how many of you use your phones for your calendars? Right, everybody, pull your phone out. Pull your phone out. We got some save the dates. Everybody get your phone. I'll wait. Okay, great. Here we go. Waited long enough. Our next Good Morning Corona will be Friday, January 15th. As Donnie said, this is our last one for the year. January 15th will be the next one. And we won't have to hear from Donnie, which is really sad, actually. So Kim Avon is our chairwoman of the board next year. We also have Small Business Saturday, Shop Local, November 28th. Put that on your calendar to shop local. You can buy all your Christmas gifts for me on that date. And then all the way into next year, February 25th, our Installation Awards Gala. Installation Awards Gala, February 25th. We're actually looking for sponsors for the next year. for Good Morning Coronas and for our gala. So you can see Bobby or Stephanie if you're interested in helping out with that. We're gonna do door prizes now then? Why not?
Not
Stephanie's
now.
right there.
So I'm gonna have you all come over, look at me over here by this van, all the way over here, okay? Look towards IHOP, go towards In and Out. We're gonna have Mr. Richardson share something here. He served 33 years. 33 years. He served in the Korean War, and he's with Brookdale right now. So former Corona Police Department.
I want to first of all thank everyone for being here today and helping to put on this program. I would start by calling out the names of those responsible, but I'm sure I would leave somebody out. I'm Rich Richardson. I live at Brookdale, Magnolia. On behalf of the 23 veterans at Brookdale, we want to thank you all for inviting us to this program. I retired from the Army with 33 years as a command sergeant major, but that's not all. I spent 16 years with the Corona Police Department. I was 8 years on the street, and then I retired as a crime scene investigator in 1992. Again, thank you all for having us here, and God bless all of you, and God bless the US of A.
I told him he didn't know a great story just to make some stuff up, so in here.
Hello, everybody. My name is Alberto Navarro. I'm part of Post 742 here in Corona. I served in the Marine Corps 15 years, 11 months, 26 days, 0 hours, 0 minutes. I did 3 tours to Iraq, 1 to Afghanistan. He told me to share an interesting story about me while I was in the Marine Corps. Aside from my combat tours, I guess one of the greatest gifts that I got from being a Marine was after my first deployment to Iraq. When we got back, they were looking for Marines and their families to send to Walt Disney World in Florida for free, because we had just came back from our first deployment to Iraq, and I was one of the lucky ones that got to go out and enjoy about a week worth of vacation down in Walt Disney World in Florida back in 2003. So that was one of my fun things that I got to do while I was in the Marine Corps. Aside from when I was on recruiting duty, I got to meet Tommy Lasorda from the Dodgers managers. So I got to meet other famous people, but that was the one of the better famous people that I got to meet while I was out there. But that's all I got.
Thank you so much. Have your attention back over here. I'd like to introduce you to Pete Gore.
I was with the 173rd Airborne Brigade, 69 and 70 in Vietnam. And fortunately, about 4 months after I arrived, my little brother came over and was my medic in my combat school. One other thing I'd like to touch on is we really have a background in our family for service. Dad was World War II, Korea, and Vietnam. My brother.
I think that about sums it up. But, I hated it when we went there, and I love it now. It brought us together.
Let's give it up for the Gore brothers.
All right, over here, Bobby.
Back over there.
Yeah, I'm just going to introduce yourself.
Angelo Corso. Thinking about it, it's going to be 19 years I've been serving. I was in 82 to 93 and got out after the first Gulf War. And back in 2013, I decided to go back in the reserves. And it's actually the State Guard. And this will be January, will be 8 years. I'm with the 49th Military Police Support Detachment. And right now I have the honor of training all the National Guard and Army Reserve and Army before they get deployed. And what we actually do is we teach them in the tactical training of how to clear a building, pedestrian stops and ped checks and vehicle stops, high risk, low risk, everything that they need to know while they're out there and stay safe. So what we get to do is teach them how to stay alive while they're there. And that's the best honor we can get. And my honor is being here amongst you guys. And I thank you for all your service and welcome home.
Thank you. Thank you so much. And our last speaker that we're going to do right now.
Morning, everybody. My name is Gary Wienerspan. I'm part of the Gore family. My daughter is married to the big man's son. Except I'm a Navy brat. I spent 9 years in, from 62 to 71. I was on an admiral staff out of Hawaii for a couple of years. Did radar picking off the coast of Korea. Got buzzed by the Russians every afternoon. By the time we got messages out to the Air Force, they were long gone. It's nice to be here. Thank you all for your service. Glad you all made it back home. Got a lot of friends that didn't. Thanks again for everything.
Thank you, sir. Thank you for your service. You're welcome home. So we're going to wrap up some things. We want to have everyone that has served in the different branches to be able to come up and introduce themselves. So as you hear the different branch stuff, we're going to put the slides up and then we're going to have them come across. Is that correct, Stephanie? Thank you. So the first group that's going to come up, if you're able to come up and walk across here, we want you to introduce your name. Sorry. If you can give us your name and your rank and the years that you served. So for the Army and the National Guard. Anyone else from the Army? Yes. I'm sorry?
Video.
Oh, the video. My apologies.
And so, my fellow Americans, ask not what your country can do for you, ask what you can do for your country.
Good morning, Your Honor Chamber, and thank you for allowing me to be part of today's event. Today, we are here to celebrate and honor those who are willing to defend our nation with their very lives. Today, we honor the men and women who believe so deeply in the freedom America was founded on. They place themselves in harm's way to ensure their neighbors sleep peacefully each night. Veterans Day means something a little different for each of us than the one that's talked about our nation. And for those here today, I thank you for your service. For me, today's a day I remember both my grandfathers, who proudly served in World War II, and my father, who was in the Air Force, and my uncle, who served in Vietnam. For many, the call to serve is both an individual calling and a family commitment. We celebrate this for one day each year, but the sacrifices made by those in the armed services will live on long after today. Our country was founded on this sacrifice and the bravery of those who came before us. In 1775, 1 year before the official birth of our country, the first group of merchant mariners was organized. Just like today, it was formed by everyday citizens who made a choice to stand up for what they believed in. In my high school yearbook, my goal was to become a military leader. I always had an inclination towards the city. Growing up in Long Beach, New York, the ocean was my backyard, and I knew that a life on the ocean was my calling. While attending the U.S. Merchant Marine Academy, I honed my maritime skills, and it prepared me for a life at sea. Today, there are approximately 20 million U.S. veterans, less than 10% of the adult population. And today, our veterans population is more diverse than ever, with more women serving in the military. By 2045, the largest share of living veterans will first serve in the post-9/11 Gulf War era. While the physical descriptions of a veteran has changed in a positive way, there's one thing that hasn't changed since 1775. Those who are willing to defend our nation with their very lives, and those who deserve our appreciation and thanks today and 365 days a year. With global threats more powerful than ever before, which should never be underestimated, is the resolve and the bravery of our American servicemen. Some of our various veterans are no longer here with us today, but their family members might be. Let us remember the sacrifices made by those who serve and the families who serve alongside them. To all my brothers and sisters who came before me, I say thank you. And to the families who support us, thank you for doing your part to serve our country too.
We want to thank the Captain Hembree Bay, who is the commander, the commanding officer for the NAVSEA, the Navy base, Corona Division, who provided us that special video for today. So let's give him a round of applause. So at this time, what we're going to do is have all the individuals that are veterans come across stage by their branches. What's going to happen is that John's going to hold the mic and they'll announce who they are, what years they served. And then as they come past here, John's going to give them each a certificate for them for being here today and for their service. And then Johnny Griffith has a little star that is from a retired flag. That is a great memento. And if you don't know anything about that program, yeah. So I'm part of the American flag that is flown over a home in California. I can no longer fly. The sun and the winds have caused me to become tattered or torn. Please carry me as a reminder that you are not forgotten. And the flags, the stars are cut, hand done by volunteers, kind of unique. It is in the shape of the Pentagon as well. And so we should never forget the service for the men and women and Old Glory. So with that, we're going to go ahead and start with the years of service and the people that are in the Army and National Guard.
Right, here we go. Let's give them a ovation after they announce their name. I'm Van Barbary, Spec 4, served in the Army for 65 through 67. Was in Vietnam from 66 to 67, and currently I have received a presidential appointment from George H. Bush to serve this community as a draft board representative. So hopefully you never have to do that.
Good morning. My name is Jim Demetropoulos, Spec 5, served in the Army from 1966 to 69. Served in Vietnam from 67 to 68. Served with the 1st Battalion, 22nd Infantry Regiment, 4th Infantry Division.
Hi, good morning. My name is Juan Santos. I was a Spec 4 in the United States Army, and I served in Iraq in 2005 and a total of 5 years of service.
I'm Master Sergeant Larry J. Hernandez. I served from February 72 to August of 93 with United States Army Special Forces. Thank you.
Good morning, everyone. Tom Sherman, United States Army, 1966, 1968, Sergeant E5, served in Vietnam 14 months, 67, 68. 1st Battalion, 84th Artillery, 9th Infantry Division. Also, my father was United States Coast Guard, South Pacific, Second World War. My uncle was United States Army in the 1950s. And currently, our son is a colonel in the United States Air Force. His assignment right now is the primary military advisor to the Secretary of Defense. Thank you.
Vietnam 69, 71. Medic, 45th Surge, King.
Angela Corso in Lieutenant, be captain next month. 1986, I went to OCS, blew my knee out while in OCS training, had to drop, and in 2015, I was able to go back 30 years later at OCS and finally made it through.
Morning, John Smart, 1984 to 1998 from combat for the Persian Gulf. Currently the first vice commander and the American Legion Riders 149 chapter president. I'd like to thank 742 and the 216 for coming here today and helping the Chamber of Commerce out with this.
Earl Oaks, 72 to 75, U.S. Army, 709 Maintenance Battalion, and at the time was a Canadian citizen.
Yeah.
My name is Johnny Trillo. I was with the 1st Battalion, 75th Rangers, U.S. Army Sergeant. I served from 84 to 95. I would like to thank also my 2 kids that are not here today, but one just recently got here in California. He's in the Navy. He's just got promoted to 03. And also
also my daughter that's stationed over here in March Air Force Base. She's a captain over in the MI department.
Good morning, John Thomas Patton, PSC, Fort Benning, Georgia, 1992 to 1994. I also would like to thank my father, who served as a foreman in the Navy, and my mother who served in the Navy.
Once again, I'm Gabriel. The one thing I didn't touch on, Doc and I were enemies as kids growing up. We were very, very competitive. The first thing he did when he got off at our landing zone on the chopper, I walked up to him. He hit me, dropped me on my ass. We have become the closest of friends since then. And it's all due to our camaraderie and our patriotism and the upbringing of our mother and father. Thank you, Jesus.
Yeah, that's a word, collaboration with key companies, second the budget, but 69 to 70.
That's the fourth class Dave Van Brick. I was with the first with the 25th Infantry Division in Cu Chi, Vietnam. I was in 69, 70, 69, 77.
You took me also on a date.
I'm Doug Hogan. I was asked by the president to join the Army at Camel Mountain in 1964. I was in Vietnam in 65, 66. I was in the Air Supply Corps last year. I was ordered the 25th Infantry First Air Captain.
And I'd like to have your attention over here to the Brookdale Band. We also have an Army veteran here as well.
Rich, if you just give us your name.
I want to thank all of you and Mr. Spiegel, who spoke to me earlier. I had the pleasure of serving with his brother with the Corona Police Department. He was great.
Thank you, sir.
Sam Spiegel.
Thank you, sir. In the years.
My name is Rich Richardson. I'm retired Command Sergeant Major, 33 years.
So the next slide that we want to go ahead and have up. Well, let's give a round of applause to the Army and the National Guard. And they're going to be getting a photo here. This time we'd like to have all the Marines come forward. All of the Marines, if you could come forward. Next up after the Marines will be the Navy. But we do want to have the Marines come up right now. So the Marines. Eddie?
Right. Okay, I'm Ed Creel, and I served in the U.S. Marine Corps from 1974 to 77. I served in the Air Wings in El Toro in the 2.5 years after boot camp and school battalion in Del Mar. And four weeks after being out of the Marine Corps, I continued serving my country by being a federal employee, for which I have been a federal employee for 43 years now.
Good morning, my name is David Brandella. Started in the United States Marine Corps, served from 1993 to 2001. I joined because of the Gulf War, missed that one. Got out 3 months before 9/11, missed that one. I'm here honored to be able to serve after my completion of service. I'm the commander for Post 742 here in Corona. Also the first flight commander, the 21st District, overseeing 17. Thank you.
Albert Navarro, 1998
to 2014, 5 combat tours. My last duty station was Camp Lejeune, North Carolina, 2nd Marine Division, 2nd Amphibious Assault Battalion.
Thank you.
My name is Irish Mike Buckner. I served in the United States Marine Corps in the 80s. Some of you may have seen us on television recently. We were burglarized at Post 289. I want to let everybody know that without the community, we wouldn't have made it to be able to open on Veterans Day. It's been wonderful. The community at large has been absolutely fabulous to us, and the love that we've received from everyone is incredible. Thank you very, very much.
Good morning, Joe E. Corporal. 1963 to 1966, 3rd Force Service Regiment, 3rd Marine Division.
Good morning, everybody. My name is Louis Orta. And 4 years in the Marine Corps from 2008 to 2012. I got out as a corporal in the 1st Light Armored Recon Division.
Morning, Ronnie Phelps, Lance Corporal, 1st Marine Division, 98
Morning, Barry Brace. I served from 89 to 94 as a corporal. I served with 1st Combat Engineers, 11th Marines, and did 1 combat tour.
Retired United States Marine Corps Aviation, from 56 to 79. Served 13 different squadrons. The first incident was Lebanon. The last was Iroquois incident. 3 tours in Vietnam. First one off the USS Midway. And back in 66, back in 1970. Only in the final school.
We have one more Marine Corps veteran here in the Brookdale van.
I'm Jack Murray. I was in the Marine Corps 3 years. I was a sergeant.
Well, we love you. Thank you so much. Next, we would like to have the Navy. All the people in the Navy, please come forward. Air Force will be next, followed by Coast Guard. All Navy, please come on up, followed by Air Force.
All right, let's hear from. You have a Navy veteran here as well?
Yes, let's do that. Okay. As the Navy comes on up.
I'm Mary Palmer, and I was in the Navy for 5 years.
We're so glad that you're here. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you for your service.
All right, here we go.
Gary Wiederspan, U.S. Navy from 1962 to 1971, petty officer 1st class.
Thank you for your service, sir. Welcome home.
Any other navies?
Let's go ahead now with the Air Force, followed by Coast Guard. Air Force.
Good morning. My name is Ed Fernandez, Sergeant, United States Air Force from 1974 to 1978. My last duty station was right here at March Air Force Base. I would like to recognize my brother also, who recently passed away. He served 22 years in the Navy, Senior Chief Manny Fernandez. Thank you, everyone. Thank you to the chamber.
Thank you, sir. Do we have anyone from the Coast Guard right now? Ladies and gentlemen, this actually concludes our ceremony today, but if you want to stick around and visit with some of our veterans and those that have not served, to go up and talk to them and let them know how much you appreciate them. And with that, I just want to say to my staff, thank you all. I know it was an early morning, and I'll go ahead and let you guys go.
I think we have a door prize.
Oh, yeah, door prize.
Yeah, we have a door. That's what everybody's waiting for.
I'm sorry, the door prize. So
that's why nobody's moved out of their
okay,
seat, right?
So who's got the tickets on those?
Stephanie's right there in the back.
Okay.
So let's hear it one more time to all our veterans. Absolutely. I want to thank you because we're all in business because of your sacrifices. So Stephanie, what are we giving away? Today we have the following prizes from Altura Credit Union, a coffee basket from Crave Coffee and Tea.
A chocolate gift basket. We'll draw for that first.
Louis Orta.
Louis Orta. Louis.
Yep. All right, that's the chocolate basket. I'll take that.
We also have a farmer's basket from Altura Credit Union. Special goodies.
That's my call, Jeff. You can draw it.
David. David Badowski.
All right.
And we have a coffee basket from Courteous Coffee and Tea.
Titus Carlson. Titus here?
Titus?
Is Titus here? Going once? Going twice? All right, we're redrawing Titus. Man, he missed out. Hopefully he's not in the bathroom. That would be kind of embarrassing if that's where Titus is. Andrew Anderson.
Andy Anderson, right on over here. All right. So I want to again acknowledge all of our sponsors. You have copies in our program of them all, but the two top ones, actually three top ones, I'd like to just acknowledge Altura Credit Union. What a great job they did for us. Thank you, Altura. Thank you to the Corona Chamber Foundation. Thank you so very, very much. And to Supervisor Karen Spiegel, thank you so much. The final thanks that I want to do today is to our AV team. TJ from Rhythm Tech Productions. Him and his team got here. They woke up the chickens to get the sun right. They did an awesome job. Let's give it up to those guys. Ladies and gentlemen, have a fabulous day. God bless you all.